Welcome to Man Talk 133, where men unite. What's up, my boy? App State in the house.
Yeah, what's going on, baby boy? Yes,
Ain't
sir.
nothing
App
to,
State.
ain't nothing to it, dog. Ain't nothing to it, man. So, this week I was, you know, thinking about some stuff. The young people, you see young people that, boy, they lost. They lost.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Right.
lying, they lost. So, what came to me, what stuck out with me, what I think make them like that is
Mm-hmm.
unresolved issues.
Mm-hmm.
They got unresolved issues, right? So I did a little research on it, and they said one of the things. Now you got a younger daughter, so you may can kind of relate more. Mine, well, Jordan, he 21, but he's out of kind
Right.
of that little stage. But they
Right.
say one of the things is life choices.
Mm-hmm.
Young adulthood is a time when people may have many paths to choose from, which can feel overwhelming. Like you got
Mm-hmm.
everybody telling you, hey, man, why don't you go to the military? No, all of us went to college. This is our standard.
Right.
And it
Yeah.
overwhelm them.
Yeah. I mean, and I can see how what you're saying that could be overwhelming
Yeah.
because more than ever, they got. I guess our kids got so many resources now
Yeah.
that like I said, military, or either college, and then like you said, if you got some people in the fam that was college, they gonna
Yeah.
be like, yo, hey,
You got to
college is
go
the
to
way to go.
college.
And then you got some over here in the fam that's military.
Yeah,
You're
bro.
gonna so they're gonna kind of be tugging at the kids, right?
Yeah.
And to speak on like what we went through, like I said, we didn't
Hmm.
have that kind of access.
Yeah.
So it was
Like they
like,
have.
yeah, like they had. So I could see why it's kind of a tug of war between, different skills or
Uh-huh.
whatever, or either occupations. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
because you can't make neither one of them happy.
Right.
Hey man, you
Yep.
got to go to college, man. I need you to pledge, bro. I mean, come
Yep. That's
on,
it.
bro. I mean, I need
Right.
you to be Sigma, bro. I need you to be Q, whatever. Yeah, I need you to, what I'm saying? I need you to pledge. And the other ones, they military. Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
you got a section of them that retired military.
Yep.
So, you
Yep.
kind of like, man, like what do you do? And then when they pick some outside of that, like say like everybody, you got some families, all of them lawyers, all of them doctors. That's
Yep.
what they know. All of them
Mm-hmm.
military, all of them whatever. And when
Mm-hmm.
you choose a different path, dog, like you be like, hold on, bro, are you going against
Yep.
the grade? And that adds a little bit more pressure to them, dog. And they just be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I
That's why I
can't
can
win
really
for
say.
losing.
Yeah, that's why I can really say go against the grain. They looking at you sideways. Kind of funny. You know what I'm saying?
And
You know.
that what happened with Jordan. Like I'm like, yo, all of us play basketball.
Right.
We played back. That's what all we done, played basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So Jordan says, hey, I want to play soccer. Like soccer? Come on, bro. I
Right.
mean, we ballers, bro. I mean, you sure you
Right.
don't want to play basketball, bro? No, I want to play
Right.
soccer. I said, all
It's
right, cool. He wanted to get the grain, but I had to let him go though.
and see that's just like my youngest baby.
Mm-hmm.
She she wanted to Deja. She wanted to do. She cheered and she danced. She started off dancing first,
Mm-hmm.
and then she always cheered. All through elementary, and now
Mm-hmm.
she in middle school. She signed up for volleyball,
Ah.
and she wanted to do the volleyball things. So I don't know if she gonna stick with the cheering or what, but
Mm-hmm.
like I told my wife, I told Punkin, I was like, Quan, he didn't play ball
Uh-huh.
like hoop like we did. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so, and I told her, I said, well, if I can get, I said, now I'm gonna let Deja have her own path. I said, because I said, now she want to hoop. I said, I can teach her. She'll be good at it.
Should be nice.
It'll be nice for us hooping
Yeah.
wise, but she chose volleyball. So, like, what I'm saying? So, I
You
ain't gonna
gotta
put
let
the
them.
extra pressure.
You had to change it. You got to let
Yeah.
them go. You got to let them pick their own path. And,
Mm-hmm.
another thing they said, the challenges, like now you got kids that was D29, Jordan 21, and you got
Mm-hmm.
someone in that age group too. So they talk about the
31.
challenges. Yeah, the
Yeah,
challenges they
31,
face.
26, and 25.
Yeah. And you
Yep.
think about that, man, they face the challenges of, underemployment, high cost of living,
Mhm.
increased debt from school,
Mhm.
and all kind of stuff. So they kind of the challenges that they face is different now because back in the day you can get a 3-bedroom brick house for what 59,000.
Yep. Easy.
Now,
45, like you said, 45,
now,
59, 55,
now,
59,000. Oh
mm-mm,
no.
mm-mm. Not at all. Where you talking about a townhouse gonna cost you about 300, a
Yep.
new one, so
Yep.
the cost of living is up, but like the wages is down. Now I think they trying to fix that issue too, with
Mhm.
trying to get them more money, paying off
Mhm.
student debt and all that stuff like that. But still
Right.
though, that's a challenge, bro. When you got
Yeah.
the when you got the gotta have you can't stay with mom and dad the rest of your life.
Right. Because, like, even if you looking at, let's say, one bedroom, maybe two-bedroom apartment,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
starting off, for them, man, at least in nice places, there's no less than 16, 1700
Not in
monthly.
Raleigh. I'm telling you, that is
Right.
definitely right. You ain't gonna find one less than that unless you in the hood, bro. You're
Yeah,
gonna
you
have to
might not.
be,
Yeah, yeah, you might not want to be on that side.
yeah, you're
You
gonna
know what I'm saying?
Southeast Raleigh and all them places like that. You're gonna
Just got to keep it. Just got to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, with crime today, man, you just don't want to be on that side if you can help it.
if you can help it. Yeah,
You
if
know
you
what I'm
can help
saying?
it. And then like you said, man, we had talked about this one time before, and all not everyone, but most of the episodes, and the other one is like mental health, bro.
Hmm.
Mental health is real. And you know what happens? I think personally, what happens is the
Hmm.
parents ignore it.
Right.
They see him wilding out, and
Yep.
he looking all different.
Yep.
He went from a nice young man to now he tripping. He talking to himself, and you ignore it. That's just him being him.
That's that. We talked about it for this. For me, that for our community, that's that pride thing.
That's that
If
pride, bro.
if you see it, go ahead on and address it early.
Address it. Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean? And because they like, what I'm saying, they is what it is. And like I said, pride thing and they shame. It's
Yeah.
like it ain't nothing wrong with it. If something happened to one of your kids like that or grandkids, that's just what it is. That's the cards you dealt.
Get the
You know what I'm
medicine,
saying?
bro, and then to
Yeah.
get the medicine, or
Hmm.
whatever they gonna need to get them back on track. Just don't, like
Ignore it.
as a guy I see, man, I don't know what's going on with him,
Hmm.
but he stands in front of this McDonald's all the time. I mean, he be
Right.
dressed, he be having his clothes on, but just like it's like, bro,
Hmm.
he got a leash that's far as he goes to McDonald's, and
Right.
then go back home. I ain't
Right.
gonna tell the folk where it's at, cause y'all be riding out there trying to do a video.
You right. It's true way to trying to
Yeah,
get some content.
just trying to get some content. Hey, there you go, right there recording, bro.
Yeah,
Go,
trying to put my man
go say something to him.
trying to put my man on TikTok or something, man, to get views off of him, man.
Yeah. Hey
No, they
man,
wrong.
go say something to him, dog. See how he gonna react.
Right.
I'll tell you, man. But like I said, that is a big
Hmm.
piece
Yeah.
of young people because you think about it, man, they get bullied, they get
Hmm.
all these things that get sent them into depression. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And then depression, some of them don't know how to come out of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? My
And
phone
it seemed
vibrating
like,
like crazy, bro.
yeah, and it seemed like now, man, it's like I don't know what that stems from. It
Hmm.
seems like now, man, kids are being bullied more and more.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? I don't know where that that thing stem from like that. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think it could be what they see in, bro. You think about it, you see a lot of stuff, on TV, the
mhm,
videos, and it's
right.
some of it backfire
Yeah.
because the dads to go out there and make the boys apologize to their kids.
Right.
They go in the
Right.
classroom and make them apologize. So I mean, it's common. I don't know what, like you said, what the uptick is, but For
Right.
some reason, they want to bully. I don't get on, and even they even to the point that some of them bully the teachers.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know.
And see, like a similar situation. I won't say a bullying. I had
Mm-hmm.
a similar situation with my youngest one. She's
Mm-hmm.
12. And you know how they
Uh-huh.
trying to figure their way
Oh
around or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And I had a similar situation like that. And of course, you know how I handle that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
dog.
saying? So we won't be having no more problems like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Man,
yeah,
I got an alert, dog. Go, you keep on talking. I got a flash flood alert.
oh yeah, man. Hey man, we came from up y'all's way earlier, man, a little while ago, man. And
Yeah.
it was terrible up that way, man. We,
Yeah.
came through Wake Forest and
Oh yeah.
through
Yeah. Yeah.
Bond and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got home, man. We ran through it. It's pretty
Mm-hmm.
bad up y'all's way. I think it's coming this way too.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad, man. But like you
Yeah.
said, man, you said you had a situation where I know how you handle yours, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like some people, some parents and parents don't do this. When your child doing something wrong, don't
Hmm.
go take it up for them. Go to school,
Right.
fussing folk out and
Right.
all this, and your child in the wrong. They're
Right.
gonna empower them to even do more and more and more until
Hmm.
it don't be the end that they expecting.
Right.
To get touched up. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I saw a little video. I saw a little video the other day, and the guy was talking about how the little girl was
Hmm.
her, bullying his daughter, and
Hmm.
since she won't, at he said now, I want to apologize to the little girl that you had to
Right.
see us jump your daddy. But
Right.
since you ain't at age of accountability where we can't do nothing to you, now you got to see its consequences for your actions.
Right.
So they
Right.
jumped the dad and whooped on him because she wouldn't. He said we talked to the dad,
Right.
we talked to her, and she's still doing it. So we had to show his consequences, and unfortunately, he had to be the one the recipient of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
And the same thing as far as like the parents too. As far as one thing about that too is as far as like with me. See,
Mm-hmm.
of course, my wife, she kindergarten
Mm-hmm.
teacher, so
Mm-hmm.
she got to deal with all these, different parents or whatever stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
she had an incident like one time with a parent,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't get out of hand.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, at least once or twice a year,
You
and I
gonna
don't
have
care how
one.
nobody. Yeah, I don't care how nobody feel about that. At least once or twice a year, I go out to the school, like when they have like a program or something,
Uh-huh.
and I be out. I go out there, and
You
of
got
course
to, bro.
support the school, right? But I also tell people too. Now you got to, some teachers, you got to remember that they got a husband too now.
And they got family too. You ain't the only one got family.
Right. So when you run up out there on a teacher like that, you better make sure you run up on the right teacher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
because you never know what's gonna end up happening, man. And that's the thing. What you heard people say all the time, you know,
Hmm.
like in road rage incidents and stuff like that. They are like they the only one got guns, and they the only one thing they can fight. I mean,
Right.
people got guns, bro. Like you can find yourself in a sticky situation. You go
Yeah.
playing with the wrong people that
Yeah.
know the law and know how to
Hmm.
shoot. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
go trying to bust somebody, punching somebody window or something like that. You might get one coming out.
Oh yeah, you won't get charged for that.
Yeah,
If you
you see
if
what
you
I'm
if you put
saying?
if you get out your car and go in and bust somebody else's car one open, and trying to get in their car and they sitting right there with it in their lap and they let one go off on you. Hey, that's in the red book, state of North Carolina. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Hey,
you
bro,
know,
I'm just saying, we ain't telling y'all to go do that. I'm just,
right.
it's just, you never know. Cause like you have some people, man, that have mental issues that ain't
Hmm.
checked, and then
Right.
mental health issues that ain't checked. And then it just spiral over into something like road rage or
Hmm.
something. And then next
Right.
thing you know, you got to lay somebody down, doc. And like they say, it's not uncommon for young adults to have struggles when it comes to finding themselves. There's a
Hmm.
time in your life where you have to have multiple paths, like we was talking about directions you got to choose from.
Hmm.
You can't let nobody tell you what your path is. If you, just so like for example, everybody in the family army, well, I'm gonna go Marine Corps. You gonna do
Right.
what?
Yeah.
I mean, bro,
Right.
we all Army, bro. We all 82nd
Right.
Airborne.
Right.
Or
Yep.
you go, or you go to the Navy and they were like, Navy?
Yep.
Bro, we
Oh,
all Marine Corps, bro.
oh, they'll really kill you if you go Navy.
Yes, sir,
You
bro.
know what
They
I'm
will
saying?
drag you, bro.
But they got
You'll get
actually,
drugged.
but actually Navy and Air Force, to me, they got the best job offers
They do.
or
They
situations. You
protect,
know what I'm saying?
protect, protect. Yeah, because you think about it. You
Yep.
talking about the Army and the Marine Corps, y'all boots on the ground most of the time.
Yeah, they got a little stuff like IT over here, this, that, or whatever, but you got to be somebody special
You
to
got to
get
be
into that.
smart.
More than likely,
Yeah.
you're gonna be boots on the ground. But
You
Navy and
yeah.
Air Force,
Yeah.
you good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I did information technology with a crossing between communications and
Hmm.
and hey, I enjoyed it. I mean, I would
Right.
be like I told you one time before, I would be sitting like, hey, I'll be sitting just chilling.
Hmm.
And then next thing you know, it raining. They training in the rain, bro. And I'm like,
Yep. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
A
You
day, a
chose it.
day, a day like today, I would have been out there.
Yeah, they and you know what's crazy? You didn't know, but a lot of people they choose that.
Yep.
So we saying don't let y'all family members choose y'all career path just because everybody
Right.
lawyers and everybody Q's and Sigmas and Kappas and
Right.
all the alphas and everybody delta. You got to choose what's good for you because what they did may not be good for you. You may not want to do
Right.
you know 8 to 10 years in school.
Right. Exactly.
You may want to start
Exactly.
your own business, bro, and do what you got to do. Choose your own path, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
me personally, the one I personally think what play a part in the young folks having these
Hmm.
issues, unresolved issues, is the lack of fathers, man. The lack of
Hmm.
fathers and mothers playing the father roles. They're trying
Yeah.
to be the dad when if he got a dad to women
Hmm.
that out there, if he got a dad and he halfway decent,
Hmm.
stop holding him away from his dad. You ain't the
Right.
dad. You can't teach him
Right.
how to be a man.
Right.
It just don't work
And
that way,
see,
bro.
and see, that's what I always tell people. They always, I understand, single mom or whatever do they got to do, but it's some men in the family that can raise him, help raise him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, my daughter is 12.
Yeah.
I can't, yeah, I can't tell her how to teach her how to be now a girl or a
Can't
lady,
do it, bro.
but my wife can. And see, that work the same way, like you saying with the boys and the other thing that I hate. I know I don't care about us getting no flack on the show about this. One
Oh
that
yeah,
thing I
hands
hate,
down.
man, when women talking about on Father's Day, they want to jump in and talking about wishing them a happy Father's Day. But I'm gonna tell you like this right here, real men, I'm gonna be up there talking about when it's Mother's Day, talking about, hey, I want to be celebrated for Mother's Day. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
because he a
saying? Like,
single father.
yeah, like, come on, man. Like, that's what kill me when they
Oh,
do that.
I'll try to tell y'all got to cut that mess out. Let the
Yeah,
man have his. He only got 2 days a year, basically. His birthday and
right.
his birthday and Father's Day. Let him have them too, dog. Don't take them from him. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
talking
And
about, like pretty much the single ones do that though. The
yeah,
single
that's what I'm
mothers,
saying.
yeah, they
Yeah,
always be like, well, I raised him, so I'm gonna celebrate Father's Day today. Like,
let that go, bro. Let
yeah,
that
you know
go.
what I'm
That's
saying?
a L in your column, doc, for
Yeah,
that
that
one.
don't even sound right, man. It sound whack to me.
So now we always, we talked a little bit about what they going through. Now we got to talk about how
Right.
to reach them. You
Hmm.
know, some of the ways they said to reach them is through social media.
Hmm.
Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn are popular with millennials and Gen Z, with over
Hmm.
90% of 18 to 29 year olds using social media. So
Hmm.
churches, if you
Hmm.
don't have a strong social media presence,
Hmm.
it's gonna be tough. And
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough to reach the young folk.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real hard because back in the day, you used to can make them get in the car and take them to church.
Right.
Now they over 18, they got to vote. Dog, you can't. They. Hey, I got to vote. now, dog. I don't want to go.
Yep.
You can't make them. They
Yeah,
18,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. You got to tap in that social media, man. It's oh man, that's hard, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but that social media,
It's
um,
difficult. It's tricky.
yeah, because it could be somebody else on, trying to get involved with them too. That
Yeah.
mean them harm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But but I would say 90%, 85, 90% of the way to reach them,
Hmm.
in good standings would be the
Uh-huh.
social media.
It would be
You know what
social
I'm saying?
media, yeah.
Yeah,
That can
yes, I
kind of,
guess.
they can watch
Yeah,
the videos and stuff like
yeah.
that and stuff,
Hmm.
once they see something that they be like, oh man, that church look like it's cool.
Right,
But if you
right.
ain't got nothing to really put out there for them to see,
Hmm.
I mean, they're gonna go start looking at the other stuff. Hey man, check out church out. We come out, we online every Sunday, you
Right.
know. And then
Hmm.
if you don't do that, and and you ain't got no presence, and you ain't. I'm just gonna be on. You're not gonna reach them like we used to.
No.
Used to be word of mouth, and it
Right.
still
Yep.
can be, but most of them, I would say, they right about their social media presence for
Yep.
real.
Yep. You're right. That's social media.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then they said some other ways, man, is interactive content. Like
Mm.
offer quizzes, puzzles, and contests to capture their attention and encourage participation. Like on if you see on YouTube and stuff like that, they had
Hmm.
them polls that remember that you sent me to like Miss Shirley 300 and some chicken sandwich or Michael
Yeah,
Jordan some of
man.
the fluke.
Yeah. Yeah. What you say? Who was the
Who
MVP or something like
yeah,
that? Who
who
did it? Who did it the best? Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Shirley got him though now. I
Yeah. I'm
swear she
going. Yeah. I'm rolling with Miss Shirley
I'm saying you had the flu, Mike, but Shirley got you. And she done threw 300 some chicken sandwiches, bro,
on second shift.
on second shift, doc. And you put up what 38 points or something in the flu game.
Right. Right.
She got you, doc. I got to roll with her. So they said if you offer that type of content, to keep them interested.
Right.
Like for example, some kids are like really debaters. Like they like to debate,
Hmm.
and if you can get them into like a draw me into like a debate about the Bible
Hmm.
or challenging them on the Bible or something like
Hmm.
that, then you can pull them in because everybody like I'm like this anyway. I'm sure a lot of people are when they have church and you got a message and they keep me on the edge
Hmm.
of my seat like what you got next or what you gonna have
Right.
next week. I'm more likely to want to come. But if you got the same thing going on every week, brother, one scripture in the hollering,
And
you can
see,
forget it.
you read my mind on that. That's what I was gonna say next too, cause that's
Uh-huh.
what we just had this past Sunday.
Uh-huh.
We had like it was a program, right? It was called
Uh-huh.
His, Hers, and Ours.
Okay.
And what that is you get a group of girls or women
Mhm.
to pick whatever man out of the Bible that they want to do a little research
I
on
got
and
you. Like
speak
y'all
on it.
do y'all, yeah.
Yeah, and then we get the men with this one right here, cause we call it his, hers, and ours, cause we can include everybody.
Okay.
So it was just our church. It won't, like open like to the public, like we do the men of the Bible.
Yeah, me and
So
about
what
it,
it
yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, so what it is, the women, they'll speak on the men of the Bible, and the men will speak on the women of the Bible.
Okay.
And so we
That's
had,
cool.
yeah, we had a couple of little young boys, man, like eight, not like 9, 10.
Mhm.
They helped do a little research on stuff like that. And they got up there, man. They read their thing, man. They did their thing.
You
You
see
know
what
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying?
So,
You
and
gotta get
everybody
them
was
into
in
that.
tune. And yeah,
Yeah.
everybody was in tune because it wasn't like you say, even though we don't do that, it wasn't a service where, you all hollering and the
Yeah.
same thing, like you said, there was everybody was engaged, like, I had a lady of the Bible, like
Mhm.
it was like 5 or 6 guys that had a lady. Then it was like 5 or 6 women that had men
Right,
that
right.
they had to speak off. And so, each one of us had a turn or whatever, 5 to 7 minutes of speaking. You'll read
Yeah.
your research or whatever. And that was our service
But I'm
last
just
week.
saying, you sometimes you gotta change it up. You can't
Hmm.
I understand, like and this one not one thing I'm really against. I understand you worked all week and you prepared your message.
Right.
but you can't stop the Holy Spirit when it pop in. When it come in, you
Yep.
can't cut it off because you want to preach your message. You got to let it do what it
Right.
let it, and then just if you don't get to do it, bro, it's next Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
got to, they give you a week to chill, to
Right.
find to, your message.
Right. And see, in between that, and pastor, he was the moderator. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, the worship leader, calling which person is coming up next,
Hmm.
whatever. And in between that, he was still dropping dimes of the word on us anyway.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't like a full fledged sermon, how Pastor he dropped some knowledge on us or whatever
Hmm.
to hold
Yeah,
us over the
yeah,
next week. So it was pretty good service, man. Everybody was
yeah,
engaged. You
yeah.
know,
That's how it's supposed to be, man. And that's one way that you can keep the kids. That's so, like, for example, they may be looking forward to it to next for the next time, to
right?
do it
Yeah. Oh yeah.
again.
Yep.
They
And
may
it,
be looking forward to it.
and then that goes right into to next week. Well, the upcoming next week.
Uh-huh.
So our summer camp started Monday. Well,
Yep.
next coming up Monday,
Uh-huh.
and see, going right into the service we just had with them, being
Mm-hmm.
being active with us in the church
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
service. Then they go into summer camp next week, and then next Tuesday, that's when they go on the fishing trip.
Yeah, I mean, you said y'all gonna do that. Yeah, the fishing
Yeah,
trip.
so they ready for that right now too. So and then Friday, the last day of the summer camp, we gonna do we're not gonna have summer camp that morning. We're
Uh-huh.
gonna have it out. We're gonna have late Friday afternoon, like that's I
Mm-hmm.
think like 6, 7 o'clock. Where they
Mm-hmm.
gonna we got a projector. We're gonna put a movie up on the outside
Mm-hmm.
and let them do some s'mores and stuff like that. So they ready for that too.
You
You
see
know
what
what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying? You got to
Yeah.
do
So.
something. Y'all got to do something that's interactive that'll
Hmm.
reach them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know y'all want to do the same thing because y'all been doing it this way for the last 5 or 10 years, and it seems like it's
Hmm.
working. But man, every now and then you got to do an upgrade on
Yeah.
on your phone, so
Yeah. You
so you
right.
can add the new stuff to it. So the same thing with churches, you got to do an upgrade. Like I understand, Pastor, we done this like this for the last 10 years, but
Hmm.
the last 10 years, I've seen like a 10% drop off. Like,
Right.
so, we got to figure out how we could change it so we can get that 10% back. And if they, if they're a smart man of God, they be like, dang, this mother came with some facts. We have
Right.
had a 10% drop off in the people. So like, man, we
Right.
gotta do something a little different. And
Right.
that's and young people are key in growing any movement, bro. I don't care what it is. You got young folk, you can grow any movement you want, and
Yeah.
that's a fact.
And see with that service where we had Sunday just
Hmm.
passed.
Uh-huh.
You would have thought if you had a came if you had a came to visit,
Uh-huh.
you would have thought it was youth day,
Oh
because
wow.
all the youth actually showed up and their
Hmm.
parents showed up. So
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking that, not saying that they won't just come into church, you know what I'm saying? Anyway,
Hmm.
but I kind of feel like they came to church because they knew some of the kids had parts, and they came
Yeah.
to church and their kids saw everybody saw how it was done. So now they
Hmm.
ready for the next time so they can do one.
So they could do, you see what I'm saying, and
Yep.
just continue to grow. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And the last one, dog, it said aligned with values, Gen Z values transparency from businesses, online influencers, and nonprofits that they support, as well as increased diversity, equity, and inclusion. Kind of basically the
Hmm.
same thing we were saying. They want to be included in stuff, man. They don't want to
Right.
just because I'm young, I can't do it. I mean,
Right.
they essential, bro. I'm just saying they are essential to any growth. I don't care what it is, bro. Like think about us. If it weren't for us out there in them fields,
Yeah.
how they gonna get all the how they gonna get
Right.
all them cucumbers up there? They can plant them the next year. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You right.
We
We
were
had
we
our
were
fair
young.
we had our fair share of that. I
We
tell
had
you.
that. I'm trying to tell you, boy.
I
These
tell
young folk
Deja,
don't know nothing
I tell
about that.
Deja, I tell Deja all the time. I said, girl, I said, if they still had them old school cucumber fields like you had when we was coming, I said, you would definitely be out there getting a taste of it.
Ooh-wee. Boy,
That'll
that
put
right
some black,
there.
Yeah, that's what it. That'll put some value back in them. The young
That
kids, they don't know
definitely
nothing
would
about
do
that.
that. Don't know nothing about the value, nothing like that. Only thing they know is like the phone, the
Yeah,
computers. They're about, well, they kind of, they are more like tech driven. And I get it.
right.
They are, but at the same time, bro, you got to know how to use your hands too. You got to know
Yeah.
how to work with your hands and all that good
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Cause you know how that is, man, with the disappointment real quick with
Uh-huh.
that cucumber, man. Like I said, we was out there, man, me, you and Don, we was out there and we had like, you remember that time, real
Yeah.
quick story,
Yeah.
we had like
Yeah.
10 or 12 bags
Yes.
and we thought we was doing something. We was like, yeah, we got this paper. And
Yeah.
when they took that stuff to the cucumber market,
Boy, it hurt me, boy.
I was like, man, you mean tell me y'all gonna give us $16
It hurt, bro. I
and we
swear
got to
that hurt.
split it and we got to split it 3 ways.
I swear that hurt, dog. We had like some, and they tell you to get the small ones. That's the ones you
Yeah,
get the most money. We had 12 bags of small ones. Like, we ain't had no big
man.
ones. And Doc, when that dude gave us that little bit of money, because I think they take half of it or something and give
Yep,
you
they
the
take
rest,
half off top. Yep.
and you sitting there like, bro, and now we got to split this between the three of us.
Yeah, because I'm just like, yeah, man. Back then it was still a lot of money when I say this, but I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, we're gonna be good today, fellas. Hey man, we're gonna get about 60 or $70 off these bags.
Right, right.
And man, we got that. It was like $32.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they gave, like I said, they give the owner or whoever get 16,
Half
get half off the top. So they left
off
us
the
with,
dribble.
I'm like, come on, bro.
Bro, I was so hurt, dog. I was like, yo, I almost wanted to quit. Like, yo, this here though. I'm talking about, bro, you go, it be hot and them long rows and you bend in your back and
Yeah.
y'all young folk, I'm telling you, y'all don't know nothing about that. That
Yep.
stuff, right? That's some for real work, boy. You go pull weeds and all this stuff all day and they
Man,
eat
that's
like
yeah, that's why, man. I guess I mean, like I said, I know I get on them sometime, but that's why they don't appreciate nothing, man. But
yeah,
to
yeah,
their, to them for them,
yeah.
they was born into the technology, man. You know what I'm
They were
saying?
born
Is
into it, man.
so I mean, we got to kind of continue to fight tooth and nail. You know what I'm saying, to help them, cause
Yeah.
they, I mean, if they was born into the technology, it really ain't not too much that you can,
What can you do, dog? They
you
born
know what I'm
into it,
saying?
and you can't
Yeah,
really like this just their era. Our era
yeah,
was, wood chopping, cutting
chopping
down
wood.
trees.
Yep.
Theirs is hitting the
Yeah.
button and turning it
Yep.
up and down. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they in a good era because you talking
Yeah.
about if you took their phones now and giving one of them house phones, and
Oh
that's
man.
all they got to rely on.
I
You know what
never
I'm saying?
I never forget I showed Deja one of the old stores is still standing up. And
Uh,
I showed her, I said, see that phone booth over there? She said, what's
yeah.
that? You still got the old phone booth on the side of the
Are you
store with phone
serious?
down the side. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Wow.
she was like, phone booth. I was like, yeah. I said, back in the day, I said, we had to call somebody. I said, we on the road. I said, we had to stop off. They had a phone book in there for you.
Yep.
Put some
And
money in
find
there.
yep.
If
And you
you,
call
yeah,
somebody. And
yep,
if you was good at it, you can call collect and you could say the number where the phone booth you at for them to call you back.
yep. Hey, oh
When
yeah,
they
old
said
school,
say
yeah.
your name, they said say your name, 445 da, 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 click, and then they call you right back. Then you ain't had to pay no money.
And
You know what I'm saying?
you know what's the amazing thing about that too back then?
Uh-huh.
Back then we remember numbers.
We did, yeah. But if you get these kids now a phone book and tell them to find, find
Oh
somebody at
man.
it. Hey, find you ready to go down to the W's and go all the way down, look at their name, look
Yep.
at it, bruh. That
Yep.
right there. It's totally different now. All they got to
Yeah,
do is holler at
man.
the phone and the phone do it for them.
Yep.
And like you said,
It's
they was
wild,
born
man.
in it. They was
I was
born in
born
it, man.
into it, man.
So all we saying to the young folk out there, y'all, hey, y'all better appreciate what y'all got. Cause
Right.
if they ever take y'all cell phones and
Yeah.
give y'all them rotary phones and get a phone
Hmm.
book where you got to go look through the yellow pages to find
Right.
something, you're gonna be in trouble,
And
dog.
And it's so bad. It's so bad now with like especially young boys. It's so
Yep.
bad now that they didn't, like I said, it's not their fault that they was born into this
Mhm.
era, right? But it's
Mhm.
so bad, like how good they got it now, man. The young boys, man, they don't even want to take the trash out.
Nope.
Like,
Like,
you know what
bro,
I'm
you
saying?
going
Like,
right out, bro. You ain't gonna grab
right,
that on the way out, my guy.
right. Yeah.
Like,
So you
you
got a
gonna
lot of
walk
young
right
cats,
past
like,
that.
yeah, they look at you like, hey man, you get it.
Hey man, I've been at school all day, bro. You get to school at 6 and you home by 1:30, and you go to school. Used to be 180 days a year. I would venture to say they go to school 150 now. Boy, you know how many days
Man,
they have off? Man,
man,
they have
they
teacher work days and teacher exercise days and teacher
yeah.
every
I
kind of day.
I remember, man, they forecasted that back in the day. Remember the old people said back in the day, like I remember they say the way school going now, like y'all gonna
Yeah.
be out of school if it rain hard.
And that
And
you
now
remember
and now they do
and
in most cases,
it be too cold.
or get out early.
If it be too cold, buses
Yep,
ain't running, but I don't want them to stand on the bus stop. I remember
yep.
times we had to huddle up at the bus stop. I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
all day.
the water would be so frozen, you can walk across it and it wouldn't crack.
Yep,
And
yep.
we stand out there wait for the bus to come.
All
So
day. Got to.
y'all young folk, stop playing around. Do what y'all got to do, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, remix. We don't even care. Do what y'all got to do. Hey, thank y'all for joining the Man Talk 133. Till next time, man, we out.
Peace.